I would like to say a warm welcome to Padbrook Park, the home of a beautiful golf and country club, but more importantly the venue for the 125th anniversary of the Devon County Football Association.
A night to give thanks to the numerous volunteers who week in and week out cover many miles to participate in differing roles, to enable the young and the not so young to participate in our great sport. I'm delighted to hear that a youth council is being formed here in Devon. And to the whole volunteer force, a simple thank you. Without you, the success of football in this county would simply never occur. This year, the Football Association itself celebrates 150 years. Founded in 1863, now running 24 England teams across men's, women's, youth and disability football. Football utilising world-class facilities at Wembley and St George's Park. It's calculated that there are 1 million diverse players of all ages participating in our game. 400,000 volunteers, 1,000 disability football teams. It goes on and on.
I work for the Football Association, and it's my job to support Devon FA to get people playing football, basically. I just think it's a brilliant opportunity to celebrate the history and the future, really, of the County Football Association. A great opportunity to thank the people who do all the hard work, the volunteers, the staff, the council, the board. And it's just brilliant to see football progressing in such a way in this part of the world.
Well, it means that we've had a very successful last 10 to 12 years, really. We had a difficult time in the early part of this millennium, if you like, when you could see an awful lot of changes in the way life was being faced in this part of the world, and the decline of the 11-a-side game in particular, and many of our sports pitches being built on. But we like to think that with the work that's gone into football development in our area, certainly in my 9 years as chairman and subsequently, that we've turned the corner now, and that we've helped people to link with football at a very low level. And I can give you an example. In 2002, when I became chairman of Devon County FA, we had 2 disabled football teams in Devon. When I finished 9 years later, we had 43. And the social inclusion that's gone on in football now, both with women's disability, young people down to the age of 6, is for me the future of the game. And I think the last, as I say, 25 years, and certainly the last 10 or 12 years, has been one of our most successful times.
Yeah, we're really lucky to be in a privileged position working for the Devon FA. We meet many great people, and there's the workforce involved in football at grassroots, league committees, club committees. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, football, grassroots football, everyone just comes together.
Well, it's the second bite of the cherry, because I was actually at the 100th anniversary in Torquay. Again, I was representing a club on that occasion in South Devon. But it's nice to have a get together, and it's great to see loads of faces that you never get to see normally.
Brilliant. I was a little bit sort of apprehensive because it's not a sportsman's dinner. This is like the hierarchy and all the sort of chiefs of the Devon FA. These are the people that keep football going at grassroots level. So it was an honour to be with them, honour to meet a lot of old faces, and yeah, it's nice to make people laugh. But for me, football, especially being a West Country lad, you know, and seeing the local clubs here, yeah, it's important. It's important that we keep going, and hopefully they'll have me back in 25 years' time for the 150th.
Brilliant. And what do the celebrations mean to you personally?
Personally, I've been an Exeter City fan all my life. But saying that, Plymouth, Torquay, I support all our teams because I just think that sport should be a people's game. It's like rugby now, you know, Exeter Chiefs, families are going there in their droves, and that's what we need to do with football. You know, we need to get football back to being what it is. It's a fantastic sport. I brought up on football, my local team, which sadly had to sort of it folded because of a development on their pitch. But you know, when I was sort of 7 years old, I was a ball boy. I supported football all my life, and for me, I think, you know, it's superb and it's well deserved. 125 years. let's go for 250. We won't be here, but I'm sure it'll happen.
I think it's been tremendous, absolutely brilliant. I've been sat on a table, I've heard loads of football stories. It's just been brilliant, and I think it's really nice for the County FA to say thank you to all these people. So yeah, it's been good, thank you.
Well, we really do have quite a unique occasion here, because my other half, the one and only Mr. Jim Pearcy, it's been a long ambition to interview him. So Jim, we're live now, so I'm going to ask you a question and you can say it in your own way. 125 years old we are today, Jim, the association. What do you think it means to you and the County FA?
Well, I think it means a great deal to me and the County FA, especially from my point of view, because I'm so interested in records all the way through, and I'm so keen that I take everything down that is going to come for use in due course. And now this last month has sort of proved the point now with everything that we've got now on show. So I think, although it's been a long job, I think it's great for the county, really.
So all those hours of keeping the records on wallpaper and books and all the long nights you've been working away, been worth it?
Yeah, I think it's come to fruition now. Yes, I think it did.
Right.
Yes.
Well, can I say on behalf of the county, Jim, you've played your part and you've given us 120% for the County FA, and we hope it long and continues. Our statter of the century, Mr. Jim Pearcy. Thank you for letting me interview you.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. Thank you very much, sir.
I get the pleasure of going up and performing in some of the top clubs. I've been to sort of Highbury or the Emirates, where it is now, and it's great. They got tons and tons of money, and people sort of go there by default. It's something that they've done year in and year out. But down here, we need to get people out from behind their couches, their televisions. Television's rubbish. It really is. I mean, apart from the football that's on it. But get people away from their tellies and out and just be supporters. It's a great thing to do, especially when you're out there. And the team spirit, what he said earlier in the speech about, the aggro and racism in football, we've got to try and get that completely abolished, And if we can do that, it'll drag people in. People will come in. The families will come back, and that's how it should be,
Many young people in our development department, and as Paul said, I think they're one of the best development departments there is in the country. They are really forward thinking. They push us to the limit. They try to do everything that they can possibly do. And when you're looking at the growth of football with the young people, the different formats that's going to be played, a great deal of that comes from the work that the development department do. And I'd like to say on behalf of everybody in the county, all the disabled work that Di does and everything else, the other lads, thank you very much for all the work you've done. Fantastic. I wish that the respect campaign, or the respect of each other, was the same as it was in 1888. We wouldn't need people running around with big banners telling us to respect. Respect is purely accepting someone else's opinion without being abusive back to them or trying to punch their lights out. And if we go away and try to make the next 25 years where we actually respect other people's opinion and what they do, then we will save an awful lot of problems within the game. If we don't, we'll ruin our own game. That's all I've got to say. Enjoy yourself. Have a lovely evening. Thank you.
Really good. It's lovely to see so many people here and all enjoying themselves. Those that remember the 75th and the 100, they've really sort of had a few memories come back, and I think it's been a really good time for them all.
And of course you mentioned it, but football in the Devon FA has changed so much in the past 25 years. What's the main sort of difference and development now as opposed to 25 years ago?
I think the biggest difference is development. When you consider that 25 years ago you had one person in the development department, now I think it's around about 10. That's the biggest thing. We're now developing football in different formats for young people to improve. So, yeah, that's the biggest change in that time. Plus, of course, within that 25 years, you've got the Premier Leagues come on and all the money that's brought in.
And what do the celebrations and the anniversary as a whole mean to you personally?
to me, I'm just really proud that I'm the chairman at this time, because I mean, you look at the other two guys, 30 odd years and 10 years, and I get to be the chairman during the watch of our 125th celebration. I think it's fantastic, and I do feel a little bit sorry for them, to be honest.
And what do you see as the future for the Devon FA going forward?
I think there's going to be an awful lot of changes within old football in the next 25 years. Certainly we've got to look at, like as everybody's aware, this season's been a washout basically, so pitches need to be looked at. We need to get better playing services. When young people especially aren't playing, when we go back to the pitches being ready, unfortunately they do not necessarily all get back as a team, and we do lose some teams, so we really need to look at all of that.
Just want to say a big thank you to everybody who came tonight. It's been a very, very special occasion for the Devon FA, 125 years. We hope everybody's had a good time. There's some real lovely memories of seeing some really old guys and some of the young guys, and we hope that they'll take some of these experiences away with them and just carry on serving the family of football for another 25, and we're back here for 150. But thank you all for helping contribute what's been a tremendous night for the Devon FA.